Okay, now we're going to be watching the Learning Dark Souls Lore video, of which I chose Dark Souls Lore Explained by VaatiVidya. I'm pretty sure I linked Vaati's channel, or this video particularly, in the description of today's stream. If I didn't, I will do it afterwards. Prepare to cry? This is not one of the Prepare to Cry episodes. Because I don't want to watch any more Dark Souls lore than this until I finish Dark Souls 3. Because this one, like, there's a video like here. It's Dark Souls 3, the lore of the main bosses. I want to watch this one with you after I finish Dark Souls 3 in the future. But yeah, let's watch this.
After you finish a Souls game, you have questions.
Okay, yes, obviously.
Why am I on fire?
Wait.
What's the point of
Wait, I never thought about that. Why are you on fire? wait, that was not one of the questions that I was having. Wait, are you on fire? Why have I never questioned this? Have I played too many video games that I don't even question why I'm on fire in games anymore? Wait, Kamos, do you question why you're on fire in games? I feel like I just take it like, oh, you're just burning a little bit. This is okay. Because it's a game, I mean, probably, but I feel like we're accepting this very easily. Okay, I'm just going to restart this. Sorry, I'm a little bit startled. I was like, I've never really thought about that. Probably spec'd into self-immolation perk. Yeah, totally.
After you finish a Souls game, you have questions.
Yeah, the fire thing.
Why am I on fire? What's the point of locking myself in this cave? Which ending is the right one? And, of course, the age-old question, why do they call him Big Hat Logan? First, let's start with the player character. Who is the chosen undead? Well, they are who you make them. Whether you were a thief, or a knight, from a storer, or Katarina,
you kind of customize characters.
What's important is that you ended up in a cell at the right place and the right time. For you head to Lordran in accordance with an old legend that speaks of a mission for a chosen undead hero.
Chosen undead?
This legend is, by the way, most likely a deception by the gods, probably designed to lure powerful heroes to Lordran, but we'll get to that later. Is there a world outside Lordran? Lordran is just...
Also, is the world called Lordran? Oh, I missed some lore while playing the game, is what I'm realizing here. Because I was like, he's saying the word Lordran an awful lot in this video. And, yeah, how much did I ignore? Okay, I didn't catch this. It's not the world, a kingdom. I didn't catch that, though. I guess I never really did stop up to read things. Okay.
The land of the gods, and there is a wider world of man with many more countries therein.
Okay, there are other countries.
The fate of the world largely revolves around Lordran, though, so we never go to these other places. But the characters we do meet in Lordran often hail from these foreign countries, and you can tell that they've been designed to be accurate characterizations of their homelands. What you're seeing on screen are the results of an art competition to depict these foreign places. So check out that video if you're interested, and subscribe to see the next competition.
Never seen before places in Dark Souls art competition?
How did this world come to be? Originally, the world had no disparity. Everything was just rock, from the land to the trees to the dragons. It was homogeneous, static,
the dragons
without
and the rock
beginning
stuff.
or end. Then, similar to the Big Bang, fire suddenly came to exist, and it disrupted this eternal monotony. Now, there wasn't just existence, but there were states of existence. Heat and cold, light and dark, life and death. The result was a rock universe gradually changing into the world as you see it in-game, including its overabundance of souls. What is a soul? So when fire came to be and permeated the universe, so did souls. Thus, the soul is the power of disparity itself. They are the means by which the first flame changed the universe, and paradoxically, they are both the fuel and the byproduct of that fire. Similar to in Demon Souls, a soul...
Oh, okay, so the fires, the souls are a byproduct of the starting the world fire? This is like, even keeping track of what I'm learning in this video feels like a lot, Cows. Why are the Souls game's lore so convoluted sometimes? This is why the lore video is necessary. And I know some of the things that are said like are, of course, like theories or like, you know, gathered lore and stuff, because they don't necessarily have like a one true cohesive lore that has been confirmed by the game studio, right? But I think this isn't as an accurate lore of the game as I'll get. Souls are a byproduct of the first game being demon souls. That could also be the case. Might want to break out a notepad. I probably should, but I'm going to try and internalize this instead. Keep it all in my brain, or keep all my gaming knowledge, and hope it doesn't get jumbled up. You feel like even the game devs doesn't know the lore? Maybe they're like, they just see like a really good theory video and they think to themselves, this is the lore. Yeah. But I do know that Vaati, the reason why I picked him for the lore video is I know that he does a lot of research behind the lore.
Gives you clarity, allowing you to think, but
Souls?
also life, allowing you to be. And just as there are all kinds of life, there are all kinds of souls. Of
Many
various
souls.
shapes, sizes, and magical affinities. Many bosses are these special beings with special souls.
Special
and
souls.
The most powerful beings are the lords.
The lords.
Lord souls. Who are the lords, and what is a lord soul? The four lords are the first kings. They were all attracted to the first flame, having only ever known darkness before coming upon it. Each one discovered this massive...
Oh wait, so the four bosses predates the four like kings predates the fire. That's quite interesting. Miyazaki said he wanted to evoke the feeling he had as a child when he read English books and didn't get half of it. Yeah. I've heard that. I've heard that Miyazaki, I think, also said stuff like he's making the games that he wants to play, but at the same time, I think he's like, hasn't he said that he would rather someone else makes this type of game as well, so he can play it and experience it? Because obviously, if you're making the games, you won't be able to get that experience yourself because you already know what's going to happen. So it's kind of like in a catch-22 he has trapped himself in. Like, he's making the games that he wants to discover for the first time, but he doesn't get to do it himself because he already knows what happens. Which I guess could explain the reason for all the poison swamps. That's like a little bit like, you know, the salt sprinkled in there. They're amazing games though. Okay. Let's go back to the kings.
Concentration of Disparity's power near the flame, which they then used to establish a kingdom under their rule. Thus, these massive souls are called Lord Souls.
Lord Souls.
Of these four souls, Karth tells us that the pygmy found the Dark
big
Soul.
snake dragon
and
guy.
It follows that the other Lord Souls all aligned with the other aspects of Disparity. So, in contrast, Gwyn found the Light Soul. Nito found the Death Soul. The Witch of Izalith found the Life Soul. These souls came to define them, and they would soon ally together to challenge the Everlasting Dragons. What is an Everlasting Dragon? So they're a part of the original race of dragons that predate life
the
itself.
stone-based
Much like
dragons?
there are wyverns and worms, there are also ancient dragons, or archdragons, as later games coin it.
Wait, this guy, have I seen that guy?
Progenitor to all other dragon subspecies, and these are subspecies that adapted really well to a new world and new environments.
So let me know if the audio is too quiet.
Some archdragons in-game. These archdragons never are the original generation of archdragons that actually predate fire.
Is it
the ancient dragons are commonly described as everlasting, thanks to their
the one
stone
at the
scales
bottom.
on death, granting them immortality. However, when Gwyn learned that his bolts of lightning could peel apart those scales, the lords used their full might to hunt down the archdragons to nigh extinction, ushering in the Age of Fire. What is the Age of Fire?
Okay, so
It's
they
the era you
annihilated
find
the
yourself in.
dragons.
It was sparked when the lords defeated the archdragons, and even as far back as them finding their lord souls could be denoted as the dawn or beginning of the Age
Prosperity
of Fire.
age?
So what follows is this period dominated by the lords. Much of this epoch is also denoted as the Age of Gods, since the three lords
Age of Gods, Age of Fire,
with their fellow deities are on the rise or at their zenith during it. However, this golden age can only continue so long as fire at the source of the god's power remains strong. But eventually, fire will fade, and only darkness will remain. This quote is what Karth describes as the logic of the world.
So when the fire
that happens,
fades,
the gods
the prosperity
are
of
supposed to be
their age
replaced,
fades.
and their age of fire is supposed to become an age of dark. In the original Dark Souls, you find yourself at this crossroad. The first flame is about to go out. Even now, its power is barely reaching the world.
So that explains, like, when you enter the game, it's at the end of the Age of Fire. And that's when you reach, like, the little, like, kindling thingy at the end. Like when the sun runs out of power, yeah. Okay, so this explains the setting. Yeah. Okay.
World of man, and what follows is a proverbial night.
Yeah, proverbial
in this
night.
Twilight era, the Undead Curse runs rampant. Okay, so what is the Undead Curse? Ever since the first flame began to wane, a dark ring of fire has manifested upon the bodies of certain humans, a sign of the dark burgeoning within them. This dark sign marks you as an ageless immortal.
Immortal.
Your endless revival comes at the cost of your own souls and sanity until you eventually hollow. What caused the Undead Curse? This question
that means you're technically going insane as the player.
Series, and the answer is really quite complex. You'll have a better time with this, though, if you're familiar with all three games. So when the world first began, a creature called the Pygmy found the Dark Soul. Who they were isn't known, nor is it really important. What is important
unknown pygmy
is that
creature.
they split the Dark Soul into fragments. And
Humanity.
these fragments came to be known as humanity, which is
the little guys that I kept on hunting for the spider lady. Oh god, should I feel bad? This is like the one creature that I feel like I'm continually like questioning myself. Like, should I feel bad for how much I was hunting these guys down? But at the same time, I needed to feed a lot of them to the spider lady. Were they human? I don't know if they were they humans? Some theorize that the pygmy became Manus, the Lord of Humanity. Interesting. But yeah, I just really needed a lot of them. And our spider lady was so cute, and she was very hungry for the humanity. Also, it was to stop me from going hollow, which, from what this is implying, seems to be some kind of insanity or like inhumanity state. Yeah.
Is a small black spirit found within every human. Karth refers to the furtive pygmy as
spirit
your
within
ancestor.
human.
Thus, we are descended from one of the four lords. These games frequently
because the humans are descended from
humans is a positive
the pygmy or humanity.
Thing. Your adventure through Ulasil in the Artorias of the Abyss DLC is a great example of that. Here, the darkness within man has gone wild. It's endlessly consuming and corrupting the
lots
land
of darkness.
and the souls of people around it. And yet, there is dialogue here that's supposed to give you pause.
I still think on that creature from the abyss that preyed upon me. My faculties were far from lucid, but I quite clearly sensed certain emotions. A wrenching nostalgia. Lost joy, an object of obsession, and a sincere hope to reclaim it. Could these thoughts belong to the beast from the abyss? But if that were true, then perhaps it is no beast after all.
This same duality
I never really noticed that
is seen
dialogue.
in the descriptions of dark magic, which are spells that are often driven by powerful emotions. Positive things like love and calm, or negative things like hate and envy.
So emotion-driven darkness magic. When I play Dark Souls 2, I'll know more about what each age means. Ah, I see. You don't think I talked to her after saving her? Yeah, I was like, I feel like I don't remember that dialogue. I think I talked to her only before I went to the DLC area. But that was really interesting. So she sensed emotions. Into the theory, yeah. You guys are saying that theory is that the Manus is the furtive pygmy. Does that mean we destroyed our own ancestor? I mean, if it was really evil,
whether it's
surely
positive
it's fine.
or negative, Gwyn's pantheon fears the dark. For one day, as we mentioned earlier, their age of fire is going to end, and only dark will remain. This was the logic of the world, until Gwyn committed the first sin, and he shackled the darkness within man. This was a revelation we received in the Ringed City DLC, where the seal of fire around darkness on the dark sign was finally explicitly stated to be a creation of the gods. So for some,
okay,
like
so they were
Manus
postponing
in
the
first
darkness.
DLC, repression of their humanity causes it to writhe and go mad. However, the seal of fire was placed upon mankind.
So that was a little bit of like Dark Souls 3 stuff there, but Manus is being suppressed or sealed and therefore going crazy, or like the humanity is being suppressed and sealed and therefore going crazy. You think watching this video will spoil me on the other games? I mean, only on a little bit of lore. There's still no idea what happens in the other games. Yeah. They're just postponing the gods' decadence. It seems like they're postponing the ending of the Age of Fire, or the ending of like their godlike existence, basically. Which, you know, I can see why they would want to, like, if they're immortal god prosperity age, like, I can see them being like, well, I would like to keep this going for a little bit longer. But yeah, they're basically halting the natural cycle of the world, causing bad stuff to happen, essentially.
It is so early in their existence that for most people, their shackles are all that they know. As a result, and this is really important, humankind end up living their lives through souls that they hold completely separate from the humanity that's within them. You only
so
have to
souls
look
and humanity
to the white
separate.
souls of adventurers that you find in game as proof of that. Living like this is the lie that Aldia talked about in Dark Souls 2.
Wait.
All men trust fully the illusion of life.
Oh.
But is this
So wrong. Interesting.
a construction of facade, and yet a world full of warmth and resplendence? Young Hollow, are you intent on shattering the yoke?
So that guy looks terrifying.
But in retrospect, the most chilling dialogue Aldia has was this.
Once, the Lord of Light
Banished Dark. Oh, was that Gwyn? His first sin?
And then assumed
A fleeting form?
We're led to believe that the dark sign cursed humanity with undeath. But Aldia's dialogue means this can't be true. Instead, Aldia says mankind's lives became fleeting when they were branded with the dark side. So this means that they were originally immortals.
Okay, we're immortal?
Indeed, this is the state that you return to when you hollow. What is hollowing? Humanity once stood proud within every human. But when the curse was put upon
Humans
them,
had humanity.
became bound, lost, and repressed.
Oh,
so during
warped,
this age
basically.
of fire, humanity came to rely heavily on their white soul for their sense of self. And we can see this in the names of these souls.
Relying on
When
souls
fire
instead of their
fades,
humanity.
The seal of fire restraining the dark grows weaker. Thus, when fire fades, it follows that our dark soul starts to break free, consuming the white soul that we've come to believe is the self. And this process of losing the self is called hollowing. Dying or losing heart, it accelerates this process.
Turning crazy,
an undead must maintain physical
Your
and
notes
mental
are already a
fortitude
mess,
in order
yeah.
to resist this process.
So
However,
basically, turning cray-cray is what I'm getting here. Turning a little bit crazy.
as you might remember, the Hollows of Londor in Dark Souls 3 believe that their hollow
it's a
states
cool design.
are really the most honest shape of man. This isn't an easy truth to face, especially since the Dark Soul
Losing
has become
your
this
sense of self,
ravenous,
becoming a little bit
repressed
crazy.
thing. To stay sane as a hollow, one may need to drain the life of others.
And
the
then
Hollows
going
of
a little bit
Londor
killing
are
crazy.
universally reviled as a result of this. Ultimately, it just leaves you wondering whether this is really the best path for mankind, or whether it's better to just accept the shackles of the gods, or whether humanity's fate has been stolen by the curse, either way. How do we cure the Undead Curse? Well, curse is an actual affliction, just like poison or toxin. You can experience its build-up in game.
Can it be cured?
And what this curse does is it locks the dark soul away from the self. It's really about the barrier. It's about the separation. And the Dark Sigil explains this. It says that as humanity leaks out, the curse accumulates in exchange. Unfortunately, humans are helpless against curses, and all we can do is redirect their influence. For example, when you use a purging stone, what you're doing is not actually curing the curse, you're actually just transferring the curse to this stone, and this stone...
Okay. When he said transferring the curse, I thought for a second he was going to go like, oh, you're transferring the curse to someone else. I was about to go like, oh my god, that sounds really deep. No. The stone can take it. The stone isn't a person. That's fine. You're just moving a little bit of curse stuff to the stone. I thought he was going to go like ultra badass, being like, oh yeah, other people can get the curse. You are the wit, are you? Oh my god, wait, no, are you? Okay, I gotta, wait, okay, we gotta continue watching.
Was or is another person. In the original...
Oh my god, yeah, okay, I got you. You gotta immediately stop 2 seconds too early! Oh my god! Wait.
Actually just transferring the curse to this stone, and this stone was or is another person.
Oh my god, you are transferring it to another person! It did get really dark! It did get super dark! Oh my god! Evil's game mechanic would be if you cure yourself in-game and another player gets hit with it. Oh, that would be... So instead some kind of innocent NPC in the world gets your curse every time you do that. I feel like even with the humanity, this might be the most cursed stuff that you can do in-game. Just curse an NPC. Oh, the best part about Dark Souls is that most of this lore comes from item descriptions and some boss names. Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm watching this video, because I'm not reading all the item descriptions in the game and then making an Excel sheet. Wait till I hear about the cursed rotted greatwood. That cursed rotted does not fill me with confidence. Does that mean the stone is a dead person? I mean, I would assume either the stone represents a person or a person is trapped in the stone, which is both are kind of bad.
In the original Dark Souls, we do something similar to this process called reverse hollowing.
Reverse hollowing, okay.
This is a process that requires
I did that
you to
so
have
many times.
humanity. And it's easy to assume that we're just absorbing the humanity and restoring our humanity.
Surely.
But what's actually happening here is kind of the opposite. Yes, a humanity sprite is taken into the self, but it then acts as a sort of surrogate for the curse, like a purging stone does. And remember, we offer this humanity up to the bonfire. This keeps our white, regular soul safe. And it prevents us from going hollow. Further proof of this dynamic exists in Dark Souls 2, where using a human effigy is just like transferring your curse to a human surrogate.
Oh my god!
In Dark Souls 3, we found the Purging Monument, which is this enormous vessel that's overflowing with offered curses.
Oh my god, I did so much bad.
So the logic of the world...
I did so much bad stuff when I was purging the hollowing. I was purging so much hollowing in Dark Souls 1. Oh, the darkness. And yeah, I cured so much humanity. Or no, cured so much hollowing with humanity in Dark Souls 1. That sounds really dark. It sounds really dark now. Or transferred so much hollowing.
Only dark will remain. Naturally, Gwyn feared this and managed to enforce a fleeting form upon humanity.
Okay.
The fate of mankind became irreversibly linked to fire, and thus the logic of the world was changed forever. What is the fire link?
Link mankind to fire.
For preserving the first flame. With the decline of fire and the rise of the dark and undeath, the gods were thrown into disarray, and the Lord's peaceful relations ultimately collapsed. Before things broke down, however, they concocted a plan to revive the first flame.
Okay, revive the first flame.
Soul, cultivated through Firekeepers and undead bonfires. This soul would link itself to the fire, and the fire would inherit a new fuel. So Gwyn was the first to link the fire, and many others have taken up that role since then. What is a bonfire? It's your safe haven. Undead bonfires are fueled by the bones of your own kind, and they're connected to the first flame as a part of a network through coiled swords. The heat that their flames produce heal our injuries and can be collected in a liquid form called Estus. As for warping, light is tied to time in this series. So you can reason
there are
that
bones
a bonfire's light allows you to warp across time and space to other bonfires in the network. Bonfires and their Firekeepers promote undead reliance upon fire, and they promote fire's reliance upon undead. Thus,
they're kind of like advertisers. They're like, yes, you like this fire, right? Fire can make you grow stronger. The fire on the bones of your predecessors. Did I not notice the bones? I mean, to be fair, Camels, there's a lot of bones in Dark Souls 1. I didn't necessarily notice that all the bonfires had bones on them. Also because I spent a lot of time just being like, oh my god, thank you, bonfire, thank you, when I found new bonfires, okay? It's you go through so much stuff and you're just like, oh, there's a bonfire here. Not really taking in and looking at the bonfire and more being like, I'm alive! kind of sense of stuff. There's the immense sense of relief kind of overshadows investigating the bonfire. I fell into their trap, yeah, apparently. This is why you read the terms and conditions of all the bonfires.
The gods are almost certainly behind their creation. As for who went out and placed them in the world, it's hard to say, but it seems like they can be placed anywhere where there are undead bones.
Yeah, they kind of were just all over the place.
We create one ourselves.
I would like there to be more.
And even in early versions of the game, you were supposed to be able to place them yourself. However, it's important to remember that bonfires
you were supposed to be able to place
primarily
them?
a checkpoint mechanic, and gameplay can't always be explained away by lore.
True.
For example, you might think that all undead respawn at the bonfire just like you do, but they don't. According to the Crestfallen Merchant, what actually happens is that undead will lay dead for a while and then later rise where they fell. What?
Wait, that means I never truly... I mean, technically, like... Okay, I knew all the enemies despawned. I didn't know this was how it functioned. You're kind of just knocking people down for a while? You're not really killing them? Wait, what about my satisfaction of defeating the enemies? They're just taking a little down... Wait, this is like Pokemon! This is like the Pokemon stuff that goes like, I fainted every time you defeat a Pokemon. That's just what's happening in Dark Souls. The enemies are just going like, oh, I'm just going to faint here for a while. And then take a nap. They're immortal like you. I guess I never thought about it like that. I kind of... Okay, to be honest, I kind of just thought that when you defeated the enemies, that just like new guys came. Okay, that was kind of my assumption, that there's like, oh yeah, this is a free skeleton spot. Now I new skeleton come and take their place. Or, you know, just that there weren't a lore reason, that they kind of just like, they're kind of just there again, you know? This is why they always respawn. They're just taking a nap. Oh my god, they're just all collectively taking a nap. I really like naps. I can't judge them for that, but wow. If you take any white souls they were holding, you see them further into hollowing if they were undead. Eventually they come back. Wow.
Is a Firekeeper. They're a woman who acts as the living incarnation of a bonfire in order to preserve its flame. So long as the Firekeeper lives, so too does her corresponding bonfire, and
cute.
vice versa. These women are thus vessels for the countless humanity that is offered to the bonfire.
You feel even worse about farming the enemies? I mean, they're just napping.
Spirits, along with the effects of the curse in the transfer. The humanity wriggles beneath their skin,
our spider girl,
body and soul, and this causes great pain and horrific scarring, though not at extremities like the head or the hands. Firekeepers bear this suffering so that you can benefit from the bonfire, and it's through them and
our super
by
cool
extension the bonfires
warrior lady
that you can strengthen your soul
in Orlando.
with whatever traits
I like
you
her.
desire. So be sure to always thank your
This is
shit.
ah! Oh my god!
What is wrong with you?
Oh my god! That is you just slaughtered her. I was about to say this has to be Dark Souls 3. I'm assuming Dark Souls 3 Firekeeper. She just got slaughtered. Why would you do that? Wow! Whoa! And then the posing. Wow. Wasn't you? Are you sure? Are you sure that's not you? Also, that's 3. Yeah, Dark Souls 3. I'm assuming the graphics looked so high-tech compared to Dark Souls 1. He dropped the controller by accident? Did the controller drop also cause the posing to happen? Wow. The shrug emoji just dropped the controller a second time. Wow.
What is a god? Well, They're really
the
whatever
gods.
humans believe a deity to be. In most cases, the gods refers to members of Gwyn's pantheon, since they're the most widely worshipped in the world of man. But even those cast out, like Gwyn's firstborn, are still called a war god, simply because some people still worship them as such. However, just being worshipped doesn't mean that you have power. An example of this is Faris, who humans retroactively deified as the goddess of the hunt Evlana in Dark Souls 2. She was just a heroic bowwoman, but her story got twisted over the years until she became a god. People get kind of hung up on the god term because they're trying to define the race of beings that carry power in the series. For most of these characters, I quite like the term medial, which is a term proposed by Loki. What are medials? Well, many of the gods' followers and descendants aren't human, gods or giants, so we kind of have to make up a term for these beings.
Like demi-humans?
Medials is good. In terms of size, they're often between humans and giants, and these are beings like the daughters
like
of
semi-gods.
Isildur or Priscilla, and so on.
Oh,
What
he
are
was so
the dead?
cute. She's the one
dead
boss
are
that didn't
corpses
kill.
that decay without the power of life sustaining them. However, some, like skeletons, are often a product of necromancy. And
Necromancy?
there's
Okay.
evidence that others, like the ghosts of New Londo, become warped by the strong, lingering emotions.
Oh,
of
that's
the
creepy.
deceased. What is a demon? Anything that can be loosely classified
Demigods are
as
demigods.
a monster is called a demon, really. In most cases, though, demons
all of
refers
these
to
guys.
chaos demons
They were a pain.
who were born of the flame of chaos. But there are also Titanite demons, and Dark Souls 2 introduces covetous and smelter demons, as well as a demon of song. It's a common argument that a demon in Dark Souls
I know I said
is
I'm playing Dark
a
Souls 2.
chimeric
Can I take that
creature
back?
bearing the traits of multiple animals, but this isn't a given. What could be called crow demons
take that
are
back?
actually called crow men or
Oh,
crow
crow
demons.
demons.
There are also snake men, maggot men, and lion men.
I'm not
all
allowed
of
to take
whom
it back
are
now.
never called demons. Like with gods, the term is somewhat arbitrary. Basically, a demon is whatever humans would consider to be a monster.
Oh, yeah,
What
okay,
is
monsters.
Chaos is the nature of fire and life. Life is rooted in
Fire
the sun.
unrestrained
the soul
chaos.
is a product of fire's
No, back don't
disparity.
exist backseas.
Therefore, life, like disparity, is chaotic. The Witch of Izalith found the Lord Soul that represents this.
Witch of Izalith?
and She tried creating her own fire of life to match that of the
Okay.
first flame. Unfortunately, this sparked a flame of chaos, which creates
Oh.
and transforms new, often grotesque forms of life.
Oh.
These became known as
Okay, so she tried to do her own like fire life mojo. Instead, she created chaos fire, which like makes warped stuff. Yeah.
the Chaos Demons, and they threatened Gwyn's rule. So you'll notice that they're stamped out at every turn in all chapters of this
Ah,
series.
yes, this was basically like evil fire that the regular gods did not like. Or Gwyn did not like, at least. Demons, yeah. Twistings into demons and stuff. Yeah.
The Witch of Izalith's yearning for flame became the basis
The first
of
flame was
pyromancy, and
fighting. She thought she could
pyromancy is
replace
one
it.
of her strongest surviving legacies.
Oh,
What
and she
is
made pyromancy.
Pyromancy is a physical form of magic. Pyromancers carry along with them a piece of flame that's passed down from teacher to student, stretching all the way back to the witch and her daughters, deriving the art.
Let me see. Let's zoom back.
All the way back to the witch and her daughters, deriving the art from chaos and
Okay.
sharing that with the
It
humans.
comes from the chaos fire.
Pyromancers then use that flame to conjure their spells, and despite the name, pyromancy isn't actually limited to casting fire, and it can actually conjure all kinds of elements, like iron or poison, but these are rarer arts, since pyromancy is a religion that reveres flame. Just so, you can manifest pyromancies like miracles with your faith, or actually even learn to perform them like sorceries with your intelligence. What is sorcery? It's
Some
a mental
more
form of magic.
different types of pyromancies. So I'm seeing, but they come from the chaos stuff from Izalith. To be fair, the entire lore of Dark Souls is trying to keep the era of gods from ending. Yeah, this is what I'm catching with this. Is like the gods would like to like stay gods and like keep the Fire Age, and we're trying to do different stuff to make that happen, basically. And then the Witch of Izalith did a big oopsie and instead created Chaos Fire. That was like, And now there's pyromancy and stuff, and like demonic twisted creatures and stuff. But not necessarily all demons are from her. Demons can just also be monstrous creatures that humans were like, this might be a demon. Yeah. They're afraid of, they're afraid of the Age of Dark. Yeah. Yeah. Pyromancy is sort of like the same practice of fire use. Then the witch was like, oh, let's see how far we can take this with my Lord's soul. A little bit dark.
Sorcerers study the natural laws of the
Sorcerer.
world to actually comprehend what they are and how they function. They then use
This is the fate
knowledge
stat
to
one.
manipulate their power and
Right?
formulate the process as spells.
Oh no! Oh no! No!
Sorcery.
No, this is the
They're
intelligence
basically
one.
magic scientists and academics. And
Yeah.
there are sorceries from
Intelligence.
everything from souls to light
Mhm.
to the dark of the abyss. What are miracles?
Miracles is
They're
fate,
a spiritual
yeah.
form of magic. You cast miracles by reciting legendary stories, which either feature the spell in question or embody what the miracle manifests. Most miracles are thereby based on the power of the Anor Londo gods, but there are also dark
Anor Londo
miracles
gods.
and hexes that achieve similar results.
And some
Your
darkness stuff.
Faith in the story's truth makes it a reality. What is
Okay.
the abyss?
You just gotta believe enough,
It's
Combos.
the power of the dark, and whether that's a pitch black void like the realm of the Four Kings, a viscous dark swamp like in the Ringed City, or a malformed
They kind of
pus
strolled
like
over.
the creatures of
Okay.
Lothric.
I gotta say, Combos.
What is the abyss?
This
the power of
boss.
the dark, and whether that's a pitch black void
Ready?
like the
Yeah,
realm
these guys might have been the easiest boss for me. They were huge pushovers. I don't know if I was a little bit over leveled by the time I got to them, but they were the biggest pushovers. I think I one tried this. Yeah. The look they're posting, I was like, what are these guys? Like, I'm in the void now, what's going on? And then just kind of just got deleted. I was just strong enough for them. Yeah. That was brutality.
realm of the Four Kings, a viscous dark
They are kind of
swamp like in
pushovers.
the Ringed City, or a malformed pus like the creatures of Lothric. The abyss
I did do,
can
the
manifest
DLC
from
first, I
any
think.
humanity, and it produces new life or twists old life into new forms. The abyss is commonly unstable, and like with Manus in Ulasil, it can go wild, devouring and corrupting the souls of every other form of life.
Some of
It
these
was not
enemies, I
always
haven't
this
looked
way.
at them up
The
close like
gods
this, and
placed
I'm
a
going like...
curse upon the abyss, and while humans have largely lost connection with it, there are multiple sources that suggest
So
the
many
abyss can
close-up.
offer great comfort to humankind. However, it appears that path was lost when the abyss was banished, and now it simply hungers. What is
Abyss
Black
hungers.
Flame? Black Flame is the impenetrable fire of humanity, inspired
Humanity
by the
fire.
power of our quote-unquote untouchable soul, in kind of a similar way to how pyromancy is inspired by Izalith's soul. What is the
Interesting.
deep? As the Age of Dark continues to be delayed, some dark stagnates into the deep, and here the weight of humanity
Interesting.
sinks into a horrific abyss, like a deep sea where no light reaches. Many worship the concept of the deep, as these
Whoa, his
dregs
face is
are
all
seen
gone.
as the bedrock of the world, and you can almost
Deep
view
is Dark
the
Souls
deep
3 only?
as a sort
Ooh,
of
I have
abyssal
something to
religion.
look forward
Its
to then,
leader,
I guess.
Aldridge concluded that if the world continued to darken,
Oh, that guy I've
it
seen.
would eventually be an age.
He's
of
Dark Souls
beliefs.
3, right?
Why is time
think-
convoluted? With
With
the
time
first flame
convoluted,
waning,
wow.
the power of light also fades, and since light is related to time, the flow of time has stagnated in a land where the flame is located. Due to this instability, time spaces known
Insta-
as other
Sunbro!
worlds can
Unstable
randomly
time, okay.
intersect here, and this allows you to briefly meet people from long before your timeline. And with the help of magic, you can cross the gaps between worlds.
Oh, the
usually as
summoning!
spirits. Why is
Yeah.
everything in the world hostile to you? After watching this video, you'll...
Oh my god! Oh god, that's... Yeah, that's a good question. Why does everything want to kill? Except for some NPCs, I guess. And your fire advertiser Firekeepers that are trying to get you to use the fire. And then your like 3-4 friends that you find throughout the world. Everything just wants you dead.
enjoy my video talking about all the bosses of Dark Souls 3 if you've played it. I'll just list a bunch of reasons on screen though, because...
Wait, let me reason this. There are wild animals or a rampaging monster. You know, that's fair. That's fair. If there's like a crazy like wolf, cat, demon creature, doesn't seem like they would have a lot of reason. You have invaded their territory and possibly killed their servants. I sure did a bunch of that. But to be fair, they kind of had a lot of shiny stuff, okay? They had a lot of shiny stuff that I wanted. The 8, I'll get to that comments. I'm reading them in order. They're the creation of someone else and mindlessly follow their will. That means someone higher up in the food chain wants to kill you, I guess. You're an impediment to their own personal goals. I guess that's maybe the big bosses? They are for some reason scared and assume anyone is a threat. You know, valid. Val, I can't judge that. That's me. That's me going through the game, being like, oh my god, this skeleton looks kind of scary. This zombie-looking creature looks kind of scary. 60s me all day. Oh, you want something from them, and they will never give it to you willingly. True, that is. I am both 5 and 6. Camels. 5 and 6 combined together is me. They are trials set up for you to overcome as part of the fire linking. Oh, did the Firekeepers also just egg enemies on to fight you, maybe? You accidentally put down your controller and bumped R2. You know what? That could happen. I won't judge. I don't judge if that will happen to you, Camels. I don't know if it's happened to me, but I swear sometimes I feel more than accidentally bumping R2. I keep on accidentally bumping circle or dodge and then just yeeting myself off a cliff and then doing the work of 1 through 7 for them. Yeah. The accidental dodge bumps are way realer than the accidental R2 bumps, but that's kind of just you're putting yourself out of the equation.
The enemy does have a reason for attacking you, after all. Except Priscilla. I mean,
I left her alive.
That's actually really fucked
I left
up.
her alive.
I
left her alive.
First painting we're introduced
Priscilla
to
lives.
is the painted world of Ariamis, which is hung in an Orlando.
Oh yeah, the painting.
It was a place to hide all the things that the gods feared, and so it's filled with many references to sin.
You wouldn't kill Priscilla, would you, Camels?
DLC,
right?
We learned that the paintings are a mirror of the outside world, and so are burned and reborn to mimic the linking of the fire. Just so, there are those on the inside who would prefer to let the painting rot.
Ooh.
What is the meaning of each ending? So, in Dark Souls...
ending. I think I only did one ending. You must have her tail. No, you can't kill her. She's so cute and fluffy. She's so... Depends on her loot. Wow. Some of you are just ruthless. You're waiting for him to ask, why do we pay so many taxes? Any question now? He has asked a lot of questions, but they're all valid, I feel like. Fluffy tail. No, don't take her tail. She needs it for warmth and fluffiness. Also, each ending. Which ending did I do? Did I do the light the fire? I think. But after that ending happened, like, not much happened. So I kind of would like to know what these means. I can't believe I even kind of forgot which ending I did. I linked the flame. Yes, I linked the flame. That's what I did. I was like, this seems like the basic ending. Okay, let's see.
With 2 choices after you defeat the Lord of Cinder. Either you inherit the fire and join the line of succession, preserving the current world order.
Wait, based on what I've been learning today, isn't that the bad? Wouldn't that be the worst ending though? You're just extending the reign of the gods then, maybe?
Or you
you're upholding the current state
without fuel, allowing the universe to reach its natural conclusion. By becoming a Lord of Cinder, you sacrifice yourself to restore the light. By becoming a Dark Lord, you choose to lead mankind into a new dark age with an uncertain future. In Dark Souls 2, fire still wanes while the curse still flourishes. You assume
I kind of like the second ending then the most in Dark Souls 1 then, because you seem like even if the future is uncertain, I feel like you're kind of like, you know, at least not perpetuating the ongoing suffering. Yeah, the Age of Darkness.
A throne inside of a kiln, which takes you to the first.
You kill all the gods. What is the problem to preserving it? Also, good point.
These 2 choices. Turns out neither of them really matter, for the world will continue to ebb and flow between light and dark. So
light and dark.
You should heed a certain scholar's proposition instead. A new ending here is to neither rekindle nor squelch the first flame. Just simply embrace this Twilight era and see what it has in store.
Embrace the Twilight era.
The consequences of this choice.
Just don't end the game.
Dark Souls 3 shows you a world where the future Lords of Cinder refuse to either save the Age of Fire or usher in an Age of Dark.
Interesting.
And in the tumult that followed, you are again presented with a choice. Do you continue to link the fire, despite the ritual not being as impactful as before? Do you use the dark of the curse to subsume the flame and lead the undead into a new age as their Lord of Hollows? Do you let your Firekeeper snuff out the fire and herald in the darkness?
Interesting.
Only
Dark
to
Souls 3
learn that
choices.
Embers survive amongst the countless lords who linked the flame before you. Or do you betray her and take what fire remains?
Oh,
with
God, you
yourself?
step on her face?
You are unkindled ash, after all. What is unkindled ash? These are undead who previously tried and failed to link the fire. You weren't strong enough to bear the flame that you inherited, but you weren't weak enough to stay reduced to ash either. And so you became ash.
That seems like an evil ending.
Still
I don't know.
requiring embers as well as souls to heat your cold, cursed
Honey,
flame.
bro.
Hence, unkindled are destined to seek the fire that remains in the world. How does
Unkindled.
the series end? Well, it ends with ash, literally. As the world burns out again and again, ash itself arises. This is a new being, a new species, really, that's
Dark Souls 3?
composed of 1,000 failures who had tried to link the fire over the years. But ash doesn't really belong in this world, and honestly, they have more in common
Unknown
with
ash?
the beings of the painted world instead, where all of fire's discarded things reside. So they fight for a new purpose, to reunite the Dark Soul and paint a new world with it, so that we can finally escape this ashen wasteland that
Ash
Gwyn has
wasteland.
created. So a slave knight called Gale, hollowed beyond belief,
Ooh, I'm assuming this is Dark Souls
sacrifices
3
himself
stuff.
for a new world, and the painter paints a world called Ash, a cold, dark, and very gentle place. This video is too
Dark and
broad.
gentle.
I want specifics. Join the club, subscribe, check out other creators in this space, and enjoy endless hours of
But
content
it's like,
that
yeah, I
has
would
been
also
made
like
in the
more
years
specific.
before you saw this video. Before I go, I wanted to give a shout out to one of my favorite Twitch streamers, 39
nice.
Daff. I watched her watch my videos after she completed Dark Souls 3.
Oh, nice.
And
The video
it
watching,
really
video
helped
watching
me.
Inception.
I felt like I really understood some of the sorts of questions that people must have after they watch my videos.
Yeah.
Who's the chest? Who is the big, great chest ahead?
Her confusion was why I
Oh, the
decided to
chest.
sign you all up to extra classes today, so follow her stream and thank her for that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. When is Elden Ring being released? I actually have the answer to this one. Recently I had it leaked to me, so I figured I'd put it right at the end of the video while no one else is watching. So, just quickly, don't tell anyone, the release date of Elden Ring.
That's what the video ends. Oh my god, wow, he was like mega trolling at the end here. You gotta appreciate the sense of humor. Yeah, also this was 5 years ago, like 5+ years ago. What other troll? Yeah, this is VaatiVidya, obviously. Yeah, I feel like this answered a lot of questions, but I'm also like, his last question, this one, the video's too broad, I want specifics. I like how he was like, join the club. It's like, we all would like specifics. We all would like specifics. Oh, yes. I feel like I know more about what's going on, though, now. Like, I feel like okay, gods are perpetuating the Age of Fire. Some of the bad stuff that was going on was failed experiments to perpetuate the Age of Fire, i.e. the Witch of Isolith and the Chaos Fire and stuff like that. And then some ending-specific stuff that I think the ending that I choose in Dark Souls 1, I would rather have chosen the Dark Age ending now, knowing this. And then maybe curing all that hollowing that I was doing was just transferring the curses onto someone else. And now I gotta go into Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 knowing this knowledge. Yeah. Gwyn sucks, basically. Also, yeah, Gwyn sucks. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh God, I'm going to want to cure some if hollowing still happens in Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3, I'm going to want to cure that. Oh God. The moral implications! The moral implications! Oh. I can also watch Dark Souls in summary. I'm going to watch only this now. I want to watch more Dark Souls lore stuff with you, Kamos, but I want to wait until after I play Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. Aren't I happy that I don't know? I don't know. I don't know if I'm happy. I'm like feel like I've learned some cursed knowledge, basically. You don't think Gwyn sucks for the record? He was just scared of the unknown. He caused a whole lot of stuff to happen that seems to be not quite favorable. Yeah. Dark Souls lore is some of your favorite game lore of all time. I really like that the lore is kind of a little bit vague. At the same time, I have so many questions that I desperately want answers for. But I'm scared to watch any more lore videos than this before we complete Dark Souls 2 and 3. Because I would like to still have the sense of unknown. Yeah, I will say though, I have actually seen quite a bit of gameplay of Dark Souls 3, but that was back when the game first released. So Dark Souls 3, I won't be able to go in completely blind. Though I don't think I've seen too much of the DLC era. And it's been years and years since I watched gameplay of it, so I only remember some bigger bosses. I remember seeing the guy that had like the staff that was among all the columns. Like I feel like I remember him, but I don't think I remember everything. And I've never tried playing it. But Dark Souls 2, I'm going in extremely blind. The footage that I saw in this trailer today might actually be some of the first Dark Souls 2 footage that I've seen. Gwyn was a victim of his own hubris. He believed he could stop the natural progression of the world, and in doing so, doomed the world to a slow and painful death. Yeah, kind of was the impression that I was getting. Do I have a date for starting Dark Souls 2? Okay, so Dark Souls 2, I have my debut next week as part of Arunia, like the new VTuber gen. And in the week after, I'll start Dark Souls 2. Yeah, I'm going from 1 to 2 to 3. I'm not doing 1, 3, 2. I decided to do 1, 2, 3, so 2 will be the next one. I won't tell you which date I am playing it. You're just going to have to find out. But in the week after next, I will be playing it twice. I'll be playing it 2 days. Yeah. Dark Souls 2 might be the most faulty Souls game, but it's a really, really fun one. I've heard a lot of mixed things. So I'll be going in with an open mind. Do the dev team have some sort of Souls Bible with all the unobfuscated lore so they can keep things consistent, or are just winging it based on what they can figure out and following the boss's instructions in the dark? No idea. That is a good question though. Yeah. What version of Dark Souls 2 am I going to play? I don't think I've bought it yet, but is it on Steam? Because if it's on Steam, I might pick it up there. I'm assuming it's... Okay, you guys can answer me. Is it really hard on your computer to run it? Because if it's really hard to run, I'll just pick it up on the... Oh, I have to put in... Like, you have to confirm your age to look at the Steam website for this. It's on Steam. Scholar of the First Sin. Yeah, I'll pick up whatever the most complete edition is. If its optimization is perfect, is it? Is all that should be fine? Yeah, it should be okay. My PC is obviously not a potato. It's not like a supercomputer either, but it's not a potato. Okay, so I'll play it on the PC then. Yeah. So, that was it for this video. This has been Kana, your local happy peppy duck detective. Always ready to solve a case, open some cards, play games, or make you relax with some ASMR. If you like this video and you want to see more, you can subscribe. Only if you really want to, of course. Or you can check out my other channel if you want to catch me live. See you next time.